Bonjour, today we are going to read together a text, a French text at B1 level. Now, we are going to concentrate on some sound, not all of them. And the idea behind this reading exercise is for you to practice your pronunciation, but also your reading and listening skills. Okay, well, let's do it then. Let's have a look at the text. I'm going to read it as slow as possible, but you're B1. If you're not B1, I've got other exercises exactly like that at lower level if you prefer. Let's read it together. Try to practice out loud your skills for pronunciation and speaking skills. Here we go. La France a accueilli les Jeux olympiques 5 fois depuis 1896. Date de la première Olympiade de l'ère moderne. C'est seulement en 1900 que les femmes sont autorisées à participer à certaines épreuves. C'est aussi dans l'Hexagone en 1924 que naît le concept de village olympique. La même année, les premiers Jeux d'hiver sont organisés à Chamonix ou Chamonix. Un siècle plus tard, la France est de nouveau organisatrice des JO et innove en laissant les sportifs nager dans la Seine. Okay, so we've read this one. It's not tough, but it's of a certain level, B1, like I said, okay? But that's okay. If you're a complete beginner, you're going to learn a lot of new words. Now, there is a support guide available with this lesson. You can access it if you're a member of the YouTube channel Learn French with Alexa and click on the support guide perk. Here we go. Now, I'd like to concentrate on a few different sounds, but mainly the G and the J sound, okay? Now, the J, okay, is a J sound in French, and the G is a G sound in French. But have a look at where we've got them here in the text. We've got it here, for example, under G-O, hexagone, okay? An hexagone is a normal geometrical form, hexagone, you know, and this is what we call France, okay, l'hexagone, okay? French people will refer to their own country, la France, as l'hexagone. Now, when a G, as in a G, is followed by a E, it's a J sound, just like the J. It's a J sound, okay? So you've got it in village, but also in Jeux, it's the same sound, okay? J-O, Jeux olympiques, okay? And you've got it here in nager, because this G is followed by E. So let me show you something. When a G is followed by a I or then it's a je sound. It's the same as the J, okay, which is a J in English. Now, by the way, let's repeat. This in French is J. This is French is J, not to confuse anybody. But of course, in English, the J is the G and the je is the J. Okay, so J plus I and E makes a J or je sound. However, J plus A or plus O plus E make a G sound. For example, ga, go, gu. Okay? Ga, go, gu. And not ja, jo, ju. Okay? But J plus A, E, I, O, U makes a je sound. Okay? So we've got ja, je, ji, jo, ju. So you may say, okay, Alexa, okay, it's all great here, but how do you transform these, because the U is different, these into je sound? Well, you add an I, okay? So to make go into jo, if you wanted to use the G, as in the G sound, you would have an E. Jo, like George, for example. Okay, and the same goes for A. You will have a need to make the sound je if you wanted to use that letter G. Do you follow me? Okay. Now, let's have a look at the text again one more time here. Now, what other aspects I'd like to look at is the k. When you have two C's next to each other, it's a k sound, okay? So, for example, accueillir, to welcome, accueillir as a double C. So, let's have a look at other things. I would like to concentrate on liaison. And I'm going to underline the liaison as in the moment where we're going to say the Z sound between two words, okay? This is what we call the liaison, link, okay? So I read the text and I underline the liaison. Read it with me. La France a accueilli les Jeux olympiques 5 fois depuis 1896. Date de la première Olympiade de l'ère moderne. C'est seulement en 1900 que les femmes sont autorisées à participer à certaines épreuves. C'est aussi dans l'Hexagone, en 1924, que naît le concept de village olympique. La même année, les premiers Jeux d'hiver sont organisés à Chamonix. Un siècle plus tard, la France est de nouveau organisatrice des JO et innove en laissant les sportifs nager dans la Seine. Okay, so I pointed out as a T liaison because it's not always with a S sound, okay? So certaines épreuves here works, it's what we call the liaison because épreuve begins with a vowel. And there is another one which is odd, whereby there is a Z sound, but the word ends with an X and not an S. Weird. So here, instead of saying Jeux olympiques, we say Jeux olympiques. Okay, we Z sound. So be aware that with the liaison, with an X at the end, and if the word begins with a vowel, we will have a Z liaison. Okay, and the purpose for liaison in French is to make it flow better. Okay, just make it flow. All right, let's have a look now at the full text. Again, the full translation is available for you on a support guide. Okay, so here we go. Can you read that with me? La France a accueilli les Jeux olympiques 5 fois depuis 1896. Well, of course, I invite you to know the numbers and follow my awesome course where I teach you a lot about numbers. learnfrenchwithalexa.com. Now, date de la première Olympiade de l'ère moderne. C'est seulement en 1900 que les femmes sont autorisées à participer à certaines épreuves. Certaines épreuves, ok, liaison. C'est aussi dans l'Hexagone en 1924 que naît le concept de village olympique. La même année, les premiers Jeux d'hiver sont organisés à Chamonix ou Chamonix. Un siècle plus tard, la France est de nouveau organisatrice des JO et innove en laissant les sportifs nager dans la Seine. I'm not sure whether I will swim in the Seine River personally, but that's what happened during the Olympics in Paris, whereby people were authorized to swim in the Seine River. Now, if you wanted more exercises like that, well, I have. Just follow the series of Read French with me. I've got lots more at different levels as well. And these are great to practice your pronunciation, your comprehension as well, because you're reading along out loud and trying to understand what's going on. And you're listening. So, that's it for me. Au revoir, à bientôt. Bisous, bisous.